Hi, my name is Aaron. I'm going to be your SPTA today, along with Dagan. She's also an SPTA, and we're going to go over your home exercise program. We know that you just had a total hip replacement, and we want to go over some do's and don'ts and some things that we want to make sure that you get through in your strengthening and stretching program, okay? So first off, we know that on your left side here that you had a total hip and it's your incisions in the front. So some motions we want to avoid are going to be any type of movement backwards at the hip like this, or any kind of outward rotation like this, okay? That would include all sorts of different movements that we may not think about. For instance, crossing your feet at your ankles, crossing your feet up on your knees, things like that we want to try to avoid. It can also mean even sitting down and relaxing and kind of just getting into that position that we all like to sit in, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go over what I want you to do with a stretch, all right? So what we're going to do first is I want you to do this 3 times a day, okay? We're gonna do this stretch for 30 seconds, 3 times a day. And we're gonna do it 3 times each. So what we're gonna do first is I just want you to sit down somewhere in your chair. Make sure that we're staying away from that outward rotation, okay? So a good posture is gonna be beneficial here. We're gonna sit like this, and then I want you to kind of, if you can, tilt your pelvis a little bit forward. And we're just gonna raise that leg up just like that and lean into it, okay? And we're gonna hold this for 30 seconds, okay? When we get to our 30 count, slowly bring it down, relax, keep your good posture. We're gonna do this 3 times for 30 seconds, and I want you to try to do this 3 times a day. So let's do this in the morning when we wake up, we're gonna do it at lunchtime, and we're gonna do it in the evening before bed, okay? And some other things we want to do are some strengthening exercises, and I'll let Dagan tell you about those.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is you're gonna find a chair. You still want to avoid all those motions that we talked about earlier, and you can find a chair with armrests. You can do this on your couch, but you want to be sitting at the edge of the bed or your chair, and you still want to maintain that good posture that Aaron had talked about. And you're gonna hold on to the bottom of the surface you're sitting on, and you're gonna take your left leg and you're just gonna slowly raise it up and then slowly come back down. All right, and we're gonna do that for 3 sets of 10, and I want you to do it 3 times a day, morning, lunch, and night, right after you do your stretches that Aaron had showed you. And if you find that this becomes easy to you after a couple weeks, you can get up to the top, and then you can apply some resistance yourself. I don't want you to be pressing too hard because I don't want you to tire out your leg too quickly or cause any excessive pain, but you're just gonna slowly push down and eventually let your hands win. And if that becomes too easy, we can reevaluate some modifications that we need to make at your next appointment. And you're gonna experience some pain with this. It shouldn't be sharp and shooting. It should just be barely above what your baseline pain is. So say your pain's like a 3 out of 10. And you do these exercises, it is normal to expect about a 4 out of 10. Okay, and you are going to be sore after these exercises, but in the long run it will benefit you so that we can get you up and walking again.
And you're going to feel a lot of these things in your strengthening. You're going to feel on the top part of your leg, in the stretches that I was going through, you're going to want to feel it somewhere down in here. There's going to be some discomfort involved in a little bit of all of this because we're progressing and we're getting better. But what we don't want, just like Dagan said, with our stretch as well, is that we don't want any sharp or shooting pain, but a little discomfort is how we know that we're getting better and making progress.